Yes guys, what are your wildest confessions? I have some, but you know, I don't really want to be saying it on the internet what my confessions are, unless you do hit that subscribe button. See what I did there? But today guys, I am reacting to the wildest confessions on the internet. So guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
I have a crush on Yoshi from Super Mario. I made like 20 different AI bots of him, and I've had like 4 kids with each.
Wait, whoa. How can we start off so strong? So, he had a crush on Yoshi, which, bit weird. Yoshi's like a dinosaur, or a lizard, or I don't really know what Yoshi actually is. You had a crush on him, and then made 4 different AIs and said you had a kid with each one of them. That is a wild confession.
So like, I don't know how to say this, but I basically ate a live spider for $2 because I needed to buy this thing in the game to gamble so I could win. I lost all my money.
Wait, see, oh no, that is the worst thing. You guys know that spiders are not exactly like a thing for me, so that is bad. But a live spider for $2. And you said you want to do it for gambling. What's $2 gonna do for you? $2 is doing nothing.
I went downstairs one morning in my college dorm room to see my drunk roommate making out with my professor. And my professor said if I stayed quiet, I get an A on my next test. So you imagine I didn't tell anyone. And come to the next test, I see I get a freaking C-. That jack lied to me. So I did the natural thing and ratted both of them out. And they professor got fired and my dorm roommate got kicked out. So I get a whole dorm room to myself. A win-win, I guess. That's a
that is freaking brilliant. How do you... that freaking professor's a twat. Not only do you freaking make out with a dorm room person, so someone, a college girl, you freaking say to the person who catches you, because like I say, a professor sleeping with a college girl is wrong. You get sacked for that. So he knew that, so he said he was gonna give him an A and then gave him a C-. I'd be the exact same as the other guy. I'm snitching in 2 seconds.
My homeboy got jumped over a bucket of chicken. It was crazy. It was kind of his fault for bringing a whole bucket of chicken to school. You see, I don't really understand this confession.
What? Wait, my guy got jumped for having a bucket of chicken. That makes... How? Why? Yo, what? They must have all been black. Shit, did I say that out loud?
When I was younger, I would read fanfics all the time, and I would occasionally write fanfics about people and teachers at school doing it. One day, one of my friends found out, and that stupid stank snitch leaked it around the school. It was so bad I couldn't even show my face around school, and I almost got expelled. My reputation went down too fast, and people would read it out loud. In one of my fanfic, I wrote it with me and my crush. He ended up printing it out and showing people it like how Regina George did. At that point, I just wanted to move away and start fresh from all this embarrassment. In the end, I moved away, but there are people who would DM me and ask if I was the weird girl who wrote stories about the school. Nah,
that is so bad. That is so bad. Okay, first of all, what you were doing was a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you were writing all these little stories about people in your school doing stuff. Bit weird, very strange. Should sort of get bullied for it. Damn. The fact that someone found out and then snitched on him to the entire school, to the point where he was getting bullied and he had to move. And even now, he moved and he's still getting DMs to this day.
I've stolen hundreds of dollars worth of items from Walmart in the last year. Rookie numbers.
I'm gonna say that one does not surprise me at all. Stealing freaking Walmart items, that does not surprise me at all. Which is surprising, because that'll probably be the weakest confession in this entire video.
2 weeks before I moved out of my ex-roommate's apartment, she kicked me off the Wi-Fi that we both paid for and lied to me about. I work from home. She was a mess the entire time I lived with her. So on my last day there, before I left, I peed in her pickled onions jar. You what? She deserved it. I hope she ate them all up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is so fair. Do you know what? That's a good confession. That's not a bad one. Yeah, yo, that friend's a twat. I'm still living there for 2 more weeks, and you kick me off the internet beforehand that we both pay for.
You're a dick.
No, I pay for it. I stay on that Wi-Fi until I leave. Do you know what? Fair. Peeing in the pickle jar, which she probably ate out of, is a very reasonable response, in my opinion.
Back when I was a little jit, I never changed my socks and got some crazy athlete's foot. Like every other week, I had like hella skin peeling off my foot, and it was disgusting. Now that I think about it, anyway, I used to peel off big chunks of it and eat it. If you want to know, it was chewy and tasted low-key salty. I did not need to know. I can't.
No, that is no. Oh god, no, that is the weird. That is the worst one so far. First of all, you didn't change your socks. Socks. Speak freaking English, you stupid wanker. You never change your socks, and then you get serious athlete's foot, which, you know, makes sense. You're never changing your socks. You're gonna get sweaty, disgusting, dirty socks which are staying on your feet. So, you know, that's your own fault. But then it gets even freaking worse by them saying that he freaking eats the dried, peeled skin. Yeah, I can imagine just sit there with his little lunchbox and he's got his, you know, his sandwich there. He's got his packet of crisps there. He's got his apple, and then he's got a little tub here with all his freaking peeled skin that he gets out as he's eating it. And plus, it's low-key tastes salty. You strange person.
One time, a few months back, I had a girl in my class that I thought was fine. Like, I mean,
yeah, you always have those girls.
So when I finally asked her to be my partner, she said she liked me too. We were in love, and I saw my whole life with her already. Fast forward a couple months, and she wanted to tell me something. I asked her what, and she told me something that changed my perception for a good time.
What?
She was a lesbian, and she was dating this girl for almost 4 to 5 years while she was dating me for 6 months. I was shook and didn't even know how to react. I immediately hung up and ended the relationship and reflected for almost the whole day. I gave everything to her, and she would break me just like that. I couldn't believe it. After a bit, thankfully, and I've set my sights on someone else. I know this is a confessions thing, but I was wondering if you had any advice. Thanks.
No, oh my god, my poor guy. He's put his heart and soul into this relationship, but bear in mind, he thought this girl was a 10 out of 10. Now that's not often you actually see a 10 out of 10, and then she actually likes you back, and you're thinking, oh yes, finally, this is like a dream. This you find out after you like not dating, but you sort of dating for a couple of months, that she's had a girlfriend because she's a lesbian. I mean, I wouldn't find that as an issue. You know, maybe you might be able to, you know, have a nice little threesome. No? Just me?
When I was in college, both me and my roommate were hardcore weebs. We were so into male idol anime, and I set my iPad's alarm to a hot anime boy's voice whispering, "Hey, how you doing, little mama?" It went off in a crowded bus, max volume. It took me a minute to turn that. She was embarrassed as well. She pretended she didn't even know me. Okay, even though that is...
Yo, if I imagine you just sat on a bus, you're just on your phone, just mind your own business, and then all of a sudden you hear this.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper. Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper. How you doing, little mama? Let me whisper. How you doing, little mama? Let me whisper.
What the f?
I was once with my homeboy. This was in high school. I was young, so we were hungry and decided to ask our parents for money to go buy food. They said no, so we decided to do the next logical chain of events.
No, you didn't steal.
Burn down a house.
You didn't have to cut me off.
Broke down inside a house that was like a few streets away from our neighborhood and grabbed a lot of stuff. But my homie accidentally dropped a torch. I still wonder what it was doing there. And fire started taking over the place. We panicked and ran away. Next day, we seen on the news the same house, and apparently it burned down with a cat inside. We haven't been caught, and nobody knows we did it to this day. Please.
Officer? Him right there.
FBI, open up!
I have a boyfriend, but I low-key want to hook up with this guy in my theater program. Bro,
right.
Just break up with your boyfriend.
Yeah, just break
like,
up.
For real. Cheating is bad.
Yeah, just break up with your boyfriend. Just right. You have a crush on a guy, but you have a boyfriend. Just break it off with a boyfriend. right? Because that's just gonna hurt him more, you cheating on him, than it is you breaking up with him to get with another guy.
One time I was in a bathroom stall and my intrusive thoughts took over, and I wanted to see if I could pee from above the toilet. I put one foot on the toilet paper dispenser and another on the handicap rail and just let it rip. Unfortunately, I completely missed and flooded the floor. On the way down, I slipped on the now slippery handicap rail and broke my arm. So what did we learn?
Yo, you low-key deserve that. That is coming. Why? Oh my god, why? Why? Bro tried to think, you know, do you know what? Let me stand up here and see if I can pee from a distance. You missed, you flooded the bathroom, which is, oh, that is nasty. Imagine just like flooding the floor with pee. Oh my god. And then you slipped on your own pee and broke your arm. That, my friend, is karma. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys do want to see more videos like this, then please leave a like and a subscribe on the video. And thank you guys, and I will see you all in the next video.